This is very interesting. I don't think anyone saw this coming, this structure of deal, nor the duration of it, nor the properties themselves. Just your reaction to what Netflix has done here.
Netflix has to do things like this. They have to do more of them, too. And that's because what is driving streaming use among consumers is not those high-end, expensive dramas that Netflix is famous for. It is free or low-cost, ad-supported television, basically. It's the same shows you used to watch on your cable system. People are now streaming in droves. And what is driving that behavior is predominantly sports and also news programming. So they had to get into this space. I mean, I run, as you said, Hang is a sports streaming platform that lets fans watch games on TV alongside famous athletes and celebrities. And we drive ridiculously high numbers of viewers, like 650,000 per event, plus 60% of them are 18 to 44. Exactly the Gen Z and young millennials who all sports advertisers and teams and leagues want to reach. That's who Netflix is trying to reach now. You know, Netflix is trying to launch an ad-supported tier. They had a bumpy going at the beginning. It seems to have at least stabilized now. They have something like 23 million monthly subscribers now to the ad-supported tier, which is like $6.99 per month. And that represents about 30% of their new signups. So that's good, but it hasn't been easy. And if you're going to be in the ad-supported business, you have got to have sports. Look for them to try to do something in news as well, because news drives streaming behavior as well.
Well, John, let's just take a look at the shares. Netflix is now higher 0.3%. TKO is off its session highs, but is up 17%. So we use that to ask who got the better deal, right? We are reporting, citing sources, that it's $5 billion over 10 years. So let's say it's $500 million a year. When Comcast paid $265 million a year for the rights, it wasn't seen as a very good deal. In this instance, who got the better of it?
I think they're both winners here. You know, it brands WWE as forward-thinking, puts them smack in the middle of the streaming conversation, gets their hot property Raw out of the cable world. It's going to hurt USA Network. It was the #1 show on that cable channel, and so it's great for them and for the future growth possibilities, as Nick referred to. I've known Nick for a long, long time, and he's a very savvy deal maker, thinker about media. At the same time, it's great for Netflix because it just pumps them with some very current product that is hugely popular across a lot of demos, but certainly among younger. A lot of Latinx viewers, are driven to WWE programming as well. And as you had alluded in your earlier interview, the programming possibilities around all the characters, just imagine being able to do to do their version of the Last Dance documentary John, with those characters.
Hey, John, sorry to interrupt you. You're talking about the winners. I just want to talk about a potential loser. I'm looking at shares of Disney that are down 1.4%. And it raises the question, where is Disney? Where's ESPN in this idea that live event, call it sports or live entertainment, is going to go to streaming platforms?
And they've been very vague about their streaming plans, right? They've said, look, we're working on a pivot from linear cable delivery into streaming, but we're not going to have an answer on that until 2025, which is like saying forever in the world of digital. I mean, Moore's law, everything accelerates exponentially. And so they've got to be scratching their heads and trying to come up with a strategy that's going to work. Now, what puts all of these players in jeopardy, Netflix included, is the runaway behemoth that is YouTube. YouTube is by far the biggest TV network on earth. They have something like 122 million daily users, 2.7 billion monthly users. And that just dwarfs a couple 100 million here, 100 million there for the other streamers. And what
Right,
YouTube
right.
is they give you the product for free for the most part. You can subscribe to premium, but the vast majority of users are just accessing it for free. And here's Netflix is still going to charge you $6 a month or $7 a month for the ad-supported tier. It's not free. And so what all other streaming platforms have to do is figure out a way to take share from YouTube or borrow from their model better than they have been.